Did a show with Amanda on Amanda's Authenticity. We rock that shit. You can find me at Nyla Milan Music on Instagram and at Couga ENT.
Go.
Then chopping it up on Amanda's Authenticity. Y'all make sure y'all tune in, check it out. Follow me on all social media at the number 1, Miss Storm 1, MISSSTORM.
Hey, it's your girl Maddie checking in with Couga ENT. You can find me on all social platforms at Madison Shannon Kelly, also at COUGAENT and the group Cougar. And make sure you check out our new single, Ghosted, by Cougar.
Oh, you give me New York, like you give me NYC vibes.
I mean, we're still city people.
Yeah.
So I'm from San Diego though.
Okay.
So I'm from SoCal. Yep. But that's,
Well,
I do have the back. Get the back.
the back.
Yep.
We lifting.
Not lifting.
There's some hair lifting.
He was laying in, up by the seat.
All right.
He was laying in the seat.
But yeah, those
I'm
are the
operating
main
on 4
things.
hours
It's
sleep.
the
This is
convenience,
not
not
really
having to
working.
consistently dye my hair different colors because I'm in the entertainment too, like all the different podcasts. I don't want to look the same.
Right.
I wanna
Switch it
look-
up.
Exactly. You a chameleon. Let's go. Dope.
All right.
So
Let me.
you live with it?
You ready? Okay.
You know how to do this.
You know how to do this.
And we
I've been
live.
told I do. No, all right, what's up, everybody? It's Amanda's Authenticity back again, and I'm with these 3 beautiful young ladies from out of town too. We got some out of towners, coming to AZ. That's not every day, but it is Super Bowl weekend, so we got like everybody here from all different states. But if y'all ladies don't mind, can you please introduce yourselves?
Well, hello, I'm Maddie. I'm the CEO of Cougar Entertainment and with the group Cougar, and I'm representing the A.
Hey.
I'm Miss Storm, CEO of Ear Candy Productions and also a part of Cougar Entertainment, and I'm also representing ATL shouting.
And they call me Milan. I'm also a member of Cougar Entertainment and also a member of Red Dirt Media.
And where you from?
I'm from Atlanta.
Okay, so all y'all from Atlanta.
Well, yeah.
Yeah?
Via West Virginia. I was born in West Virginia, but I'm an ATLian.
Okay,
Yeah,
so you're a
Ohio,
native.
same.
They adopted
Since 7, so I'm a part of the culture.
you. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what they
yeah.
say about me. Like everybody, I'm like in denial. I be like, I ain't from no damn Arizona. Like, and they be like, how long you been here? Since 2015. Man, you Arizona.
Exactly.
Well, I can say I was born at DeKalb Medical, but a few days old.
Exactly.
A few days old, I went to Hawaii, so I represent Hawaii and Atlanta. So.
See, but that's what I'm saying. There's a difference of where you're born, where you're from, where you're raised. And then I guess your adulthood, because like I said, because honestly, me personally, I was a military brat.
Okay.
So that's why I do have a little bit of culture to me, because I did live in Chicago for a little bit.
Chi-town.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah,
Yes.
in Chicago. Like
Yeah.
if y'all look at my class pictures, you guys will laugh because I was one of the only white kids in
Mhm.
the
Yeah.
class. Like
Mhm.
all the teachers were black, all the staff, everybody. So it's actually funny. One day I'm gonna bring those pictures out, but gotta ask my mom for it. But
I was a military brat. My dad was part of Pearl Harbor, so that's kind of why we was in Hawaii.
yeah, that's the same
So
thing.
I
Like I
get it,
said,
yeah.
I was in Chicago. I was in Jacksonville, Florida. So that's another kind of like urbanized
Mhm.
area. And then of course
That's why you so fly.
So
I
fly.
mean,
Because the purple nails and the purple hair is giving me life.
I appreciate. Well, the funny thing about this is, so one thing I love about being a mother is I can be a kid again, and I can have excuses
Yes.
to why I'm crazy. Like, why you have rainbow hair? Because we had watched Trolls. Like,
Yeah, like what's wrong?
so that's what happened. Actually, funny thing about it is my daughter's birthday was just last week. Actually on Monday, but her party was last weekend. And she likes these people called Lanky Box. It's like some type of new fab on YouTube, but they make a lot of money.
Right.
But she likes them, and the little Asian boy that's part of it, he has purple hair, and that's like their main colors is purple. So I asked her, I was like, "You want to do purple?" And she's like, "Yeah." So she has it too. She has individuals.
Oh.
She has individuals, but she has a purple individual.
Oh,
So I was like, "I'm gonna get my little purple lace front, and you're gonna have your
Y'all
little
match.
individuals." And and then we just did
Well,
everything.
that
purple.
must be the best fun to be able to twin with your mommy, though.
I love
like
it.
that.
Yeah, I love it. Like that's man, it's crazy too because when I was pregnant, I was so mad when they told me I was having a girl. I was mad because because the thing is like, I'm the oldest in my family, and so I'm a girl. I'm the oldest, and I always wanted that feel and that protection of like an older brother, and I never got that.
Same here.
So I wanted that for my kids. Like I was like, if God willing, if I do have another one, because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to have another one. Like I'll be telling people on my podcast, my dick is locked up. So we don't know. We don't know. But like I always wanted the boy to be older than the girl, and then be able to protect his sister. You know what I mean? Because
Absolutely.
you don't know what goes on with these men. If they walk out, at least you got the brother. You know what I mean? You got that brother.
I can totally relate to that. I'm an only girl. I'm the oldest girl, and I got 4 brothers, and I was always the big brother.
Yeah, and that's awkward.
The big brother.
I was always the big brother too.
And
so.
that's like awkward because and then going into the conversation that we were having out there, it's like how can you expect me to be feminine if I've always had to play a male role?
Exactly.
Like, whether the male walks out of your life and you're a single parent, or those factors of being the oldest girl and having to be the protector of all your siblings. Like,
It's so funny because up until about 1920, I never wore shorts, skirts. Skirts was in back then. I ain't like them. I was a jean, pants, sweater, hoodie, hair in a ponytail, lip gloss only. Now I'm with girls all the time. They're like, oh, I'll be like, oh, you contour, this. Oh, girl, you need to use this. I'm like, man, I'm just like, it's amazing how much I've grown. You have to learn how to tap into your feminine energy when you, around boys your whole life. Because I never had nobody play dress up with, shop with, so.
Well, see,
I
I feel envious of everybody that grew up with sisters and brothers because I'm an only child, but my father had 10 kids. And we didn't meet each other, unfortunately, until all of us was the first time people saw all of us together is when my father passed away 6 years ago. So being an only child, I have like things that I'm envious and jealous of. Like, I wish I had a brother, wish I had a sister. I didn't have that to share with. And I was raised by my grandparents, so I was always by myself. Now, what I was to my family was the oldest grandchild. So I had a whole bunch of little cousins, and we still don't get along to this day because she was the designated babysitter. So the only time I was around them is right before the aunties picked them up from the house when they got off work. So I was always by myself.
well, you got sisters now, though.
Yes, I do.
Yes.
I do, and they're teaching me so much because I had some selfish ways.
Yeah.
Well, that's what
That
happens.
is so good to hear.
That's what happens.
That only child syndrome is
I already
real.
know.
Yeah.
My
Only
daughter.
child syndrome
My
is
daughter.
real.
Yes.
And then I don't know if y'all believe in zodiac signs, but my daughter is an Aquarius, and my daughter is the only child. And everything.
Yeah.
And as soon as I
Me,
say
me,
no,
me.
yup, as soon as I say no to anything, I'm the devil. But it's so crazy because she has everything. It's like, what more do you need?
Attention. They love attention.
I'm an Aries, so
I'm Aries too.
I can understand.
Shout out.
Shout out April 2nd.
March 23rd. So I'm a March Aries.
My mom is March 29th.
Yeah.
So we're both. I was raised by Aries, and I'm an Aries, so we was like.
So then you were just meant to be crazy. It's okay.
Yes, it's okay.
It's okay.
And I was supposed to be born on April 1st, but she held me into 12:05 a.m.
Wow. You still with an Aries regardless?
I know, but she said at least I wear April Fools.
Oh, okay. So she did it on purpose.
Yes.
No, I have an Aquarius baby that's very like me. Everything is me. I want to do it when it like even this morning, for instance, I specifically told her to put on a specific pair of shoes. She was like, I don't want to wear those. I want to wear these. I was like, girl, those don't even go with what you're wearing. She's like, I don't want to wear these. So I had to let her put those on. Of course, it didn't work out. They were uncomfortable, whatever. She didn't like them. She ended up right back to what I told her to wear from the beginning. And I'm just like, but because it's on her time and like, oh, these ain't really feeling too good and stuff. Now I feel like putting on what you told me to. It's so annoying. Like me and her, we bump heads so much because it's like it's so annoying. I'd be like, girl, this he just listen. Like, and then everybody always says, well, how were you with your parents? Like, I feel like I was not at that age too. Like at her age, no. Like once I hit teenager years, I was definitely like me. I'm doing what I want to. I can't wait to be 18.
Right.
Now you won't be like, oh, I want to go back to me. Yep.
That's so true.
I promise you, man, like after 18, you like, where did the time go? Like,
Exactly.
I'm still trying to figure that out.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Now I have a 19-year-old. It's crazy.
When the millennium started, after COVID, where did the time go?
Right.
Yes.
It's like it's going.
and
Yes.
it's crazy too because everybody was talking about like COVID was temporary and it's not gonna last so long. It's gonna blow over. And look, it's like 3 years.
And,
Like
and it's still going.
3
But you know
years.
what's so crazy about the whole thing? The whole world is different because of it.
Mhm.
I don't know.
For
You have
sure.
to ask yourself: are we gonna say thank you to it because it's birthed a lot of different things that's happening in our time right now. So you just got to look at it. Even like with this type of platform, it's bigger than it ever was.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
And so, I mean, even though it's been a tumultuous time or whatever that word is, it's been a birth to a lot of independence for us. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I'm actually like, wow, what's happening right now? Even with us being here right now, it's a big deal. You know?
Yeah, and education, like a lot of things. A lot of people started podcasts, YouTube channels, all that stuff, teaching people how to do makeup. Because
Exactly.
that was another thing too. You know, with us trying to build our brands, like Amanda's Authenticity and everything. You can't just stop there. You got to be like, okay, so I have a brand, but I need merchandise. Now I need something else to go off of that people are interested in too. Because you can have something all day, but is it gonna sell? Is it something that's actually people are interested in?
Monetize from it.
Yeah,
right.
because I can go ahead and go get a whole bunch of pins right now, but I'm probably only gonna be able to sell to offices, and that's if they even want my pins. They might be like, "We don't want this.
I
We
can't
want big
even lie
pins
though.
only."
I can't even lie. I never heard the word monetize before COVID. And that's sad because I'm an artist and, you know, it's all about money, even though, you know, the art is the first thing that you do. The first time I ever heard about monetization was through like this platform, like through Instagram and things like that. I've never heard that, hey, you know, if it's something that you do on a regular basis that you want to show somebody, you can actually make money for this.
Absolutely.
Like, really.
You know who made me pay attention to it is the makeup lady, Judy, with the makeup. Yes.
Oh, okay, with the hair.
No, not the kaleidoscope, not her. The one that had the makeup palette. I think her name was Judy. And she had the makeup palette that looked like the nail laters. No, they looked like crayons. It was a palette. She made $1 million. And yes, her, yes. She made $1 million like in 24 hours just off the palette of eyeshadow. And that's when I paid attention to it. And that happened to be during right around COVID. Yes. And that's when I was like, okay, what can I sell? Girl, what can I sell?
I'm about to start melting some crayons.
Making
candles.
I was like, I need to think of something.
Good idea, actually. Wait a minute.
Yeah, a lot of people profited off of the masks too because it was in demand, you know, with everyone being mandated to wear them. It was like they running out of them. You need them. Like they were on every corner. And I was so happy to see, you know, people, you know, prospering like that from just masks.
Yes, masks.
It was helping people at the same time.
And the other thing they sold a lot of was the cookware.
Oh, everybody.
Like anybody that did cookware, they sold a lot of cookware because, believe it or not, a lot of families, they just got back into cooking together because of COVID.
Oh yeah, because they don't want to go to the restaurants. So they don't trust people coughing in their food or
yes. Yes.
But see, that was an interesting topic that even my mom brought up was like a lot of the things that we did during COVID, like they should have already been being practiced,
like washing your hands.
Yeah, washing your covering your mouth when you cough, like. It's already things that are common sense and should have been being practiced. Or
staying home, you know.
Or buy hand sanitizer. Nobody carried hand sanitizer before COVID in their purse. Yeah. Now those are simple things that we should have always been doing. But now I can see.
That was another booming business sanitizer,
Mhm.
alcohol, and
just
general.
alcohol.
It
Yeah.
was crazy. Now that's when I was looking at something online. Some guy was buying all of the alcohol from Amazon and then reselling it. You remember that? I think they put him in jail. Something happened. Yeah, something happened with
Why
that guy.
put him in jail? Go to jail for that.
You
just flipping it.
They
do it with the tickets
jail
and the
for the
concerts.
PPP. One or the other.
Yeah, oh yeah, don't even talk about the PPP.
One or the other. Somebody was going to jail for
my
something for
goodness,
COVID. You know?
No, did you see that? The guy that the artist, well, he's not an artist, but I guess he made himself an artist. That he made that whole rap song about the PPP loan and what he was doing.
Yes, I did.
He
see
just
that.
he just got
that.
sentenced.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
his dumb ass literally made a whole music video and the lyrics admitting like they didn't even need to have a trial.
Oh, wow.
Because he
I didn't know
said
that against
He
That's
said-
not fair,
he
though.
admitted everything on there.
He could have been just talking crap.
Did he learn his lesson?
But you see how Rick Ross was doing that. He said his whole thing. He never was who he said he was.
And
Mhm.
so
There's
many
correction
others.
People just do that. It's
So
like
many
fiction.
others.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be real. The one that we all can agree on is Snoop Doggy Dogg. Shout out to Snoop. I love it. And he's married. He loves his wife, but he talk about pimping hoes all day, every day. And he got a wife who don't leave his side. So if you don't get, you have
And
to
he
understand
loves
the
his
difference.
wife.
He's in love with his
Yes.
wife, And you have to understand these are artists. Everything that we talk about isn't always
Something
what
we're
we're
doing.
doing. Yeah. So I
Exactly.
don't understand how a person could be criminalized or institutionalized because of
Well,
He
we're
didn't have a
art.
good a lawyer.
We're coming from a city
That's
where
crazy.
it's going through that right
Yeah.
now with Young Thug. So shout out to Young Thug because I had an opportunity to interview him with Don Diva, and the way that they portray him when they're talking about him in this case is not the gentleman that I met.
At all.
Like he showed up to a strip club, King of Diamonds, in a suit, and he showed everybody in there love. He supported everybody that was with him. He treated every gentleman that's now testifying against him. The people that I see testifying again are the same people he was telling me to go get 10,000 ones for. Go make sure they had this bottle. Make sure they had this section. These are the same people that's turning their back on him right now. Shout out to Young Thug. I really want him to stay strong through this. But I was one that can witness that you cannot portray a rapper or somebody in this industry and think that's who they are in real life. He really is a good person.
I've seen him personally hand out money to homeless, food, buy people food. Like in
Every
the community,
Thanksgiving.
every year he puts on an event and gives back to the community. He helped,
But you know what's
hundreds
so
of
funny
people,
about
and
stuff
it
like that
just-
and just about life in general? It's the people like that are the ones that become the target of most of the time.
Oh, yeah.
But the ones who really actually are corrupt never get touched. A lot of the time. They're doing the most, but you never ever see that person. They don't go after that. I just that's what
But
I
that's
don't
the
understand.
but that's also the world we live in. We live
Yeah.
in a pretty evil world. I just had a guest my very last episode. He was actually a Christian rapper, and that was something he was talking about. Is like this world is just evil, and people tend to actually gravitate towards like more evil stuff.
They
I
do.
mean, look at Christian rappers. Who's like, oh yeah, man, yo, so and so just
No.
released that album, bro. That shit fire.
Right.
Like, no.
It's a few far in between.
But I'm
Far
saying
in
they're
between.
more so gonna be like
Throw it up.
so and
bust it
so
out.
that's talking about bitches and hoes. Man, that shit
Exactly.
fire. That shit just came out, bro.
Absolutely.
But somebody that's talking about God, they gonna, how many times you hear them like, yo, they just released that album, it's fire, bro.
Yeah, they don't.
no.
They don't support
it's
the
true.
Christian rappers at all that much.
But why is that? Like, that is it just because of what they're talking about?
Because
Like,
we live in a world that a lot of people have a problem with celebrating somebody else. We have to learn in this world to learn how to celebrate other people's wins. Like somebody that I have to credit them to who I am today is because they said it's okay for me to feel my feels. I shouldn't have to water myself down to make you feel better because I should celebrate you just like you celebrate me right now. And when we learn more as a people to learn how to celebrate people instead of criticizing or trying to find a negative in somebody else's success, that's when we'll grow as a
I.e. the
people.
troll. Because if you ever notice, if you look on something, it could be a dope video. You see all these negative comments on there. Ew, what she got on? Oh, why her lips? Why this and that? It's so easy to hide behind that like that computer and just be negative and criticize than it is to actually get out in front. So I think, you know, the whole bully thing, I mean, we dealt with it in high school, we dealt with it in grade school, but now it's on a whole nother platform, because now these people, they actually have these little fingers and they can just sit up there and say whatever they want to say about you. And I don't know what people get out of it, to be honest with you. I think it has to be addressed as a thing that has to be addressed now, because, okay, we've made the platform so that people can become whoever it is that they want to do and develop a following and make money for what it is that they love and do. But now we got to address the fact that there are some people who are just unhappy and they make a life out of, like, let me just tear somebody down. Let me just, like, what makes you want to do that? Go get some counseling. Go get some help. Like, go see why it is that the first thing that comes out of your mouth is, oh, why she got purple nails? Oh, who told her that was going to be cute on her? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's ignorant.
Mental health don't realize
that is true. Mental illness is real.
If you have people around you that you consider friends and people that care about you, then that's when you can't be an enabler, and you have to tell them, like, you know, I noticed that, you know, you spend a lot of your time on social media critiquing, criticizing, and bad mouthing. You know, what's going on with you? You know what I mean? And I'm that type of person.
I just went through that. I just went through that,
ironically, with one of my friends. And, you know, and mental health is real, and it's something that we have to address and acknowledge. You know, the first step in getting help with mental health is acknowledging that there's a problem, but most of us can't see. You know, we're always looking out, never
inward.
looking in.
You know what? I saw this thing with Gabrielle Union, and it's so crazy because she was talking about how, like, she had like a life coach, remember how that got big, you know, whatever. And the girl was her friend, and she said to her, you know, like, she would always, like, why does she have on that? She knows she doesn't have the body for that or whatever. And she just stopped her in her tracks and said, hey, oh, I guess that makes you feel better to tear somebody down. Like, what is it about you that tearing somebody down makes you feel better? And it changed her life. And even hearing that, it actually changed my life. So it's kind of like some of these things, like I looked at my friend group and I looked around me and I saw, like, I got some toxic motherfuckers around me that all have some ignorant shit to say all the time. Why are you filming somebody like in the store, like what they got on? They shouldn't have this on or whatever, because what is it about you that's making you feel victorious and tearing somebody else down? You know what I'm saying?
The first thing people want to film when celebrities get killed is their dead body on the ground and post it on social media. So we're living in a world where instead of us calling 911, where we probably could help this person, we taking videos and pictures and posting it. So we living in a time right now that's totally different than it was in the 90s. That's why 90s, a lot of people don't realize why people like R&B so much, the 90s R&B, because that was in a time when people was trying to love. We were just trying to get some back then. You know, I wasn't living that time. You know, I wasn't living the time. I do too. I wasn't living that time. We all need some. You know, we just need some love.
I was already talking to your boy about that. I was talking to Alize about that. I was talking to him about, my man got 9 years. I ain't stopping this. When he signed that plea deal, he signed a plea deal with me too.
Okay.
Right now. I'm sorry, baby. I love you and everything, but 9 years of dry wetness. We already in the desert.
So can I ask you a question? Wonder if he said the same thing
about what?
There.
Oh, he
would
already
you still love him.
If he said the same thing, if he doing something with a man, we can't do it.
I think I can look at her and tell this relationship would be over.
But look, it's 9 years. 9 years.
But with a man,
he had to decide. Look,
I'm gonna give him a pass for a CO, a female CO.
Okay, so
but
you
a man,
pass for that.
Yeah. Okay, at least when you're correctional officers, you know what, baby?
Go ahead
and get your correction. Matter of fact, hey, did she get some drugs in there too?
Oh,
make some a CO, but another man, baby.
This relationship, we have to rethink this relationship.
Babe, I don't know, babe. I don't know if I can look at you the same.
Yeah, I mean, because where can I go after that?
That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't even do my booty. Like, I don't know. I don't know about another man's booty. Or you getting done in the booty. No.
It's exit only over here, baby.
That's what I'm saying.
Exit only. No interest. It's exit only.
Like I said, I would give him a pass on the correctional. I'll be like, all right, you know what I'm saying, correction. Because I hear that, I hear that happens. I hear that correctional officers mess around with the inmates. And like I said, I'll give you a pass on a woman correction. Yeah, hey, look, baby.
Well, I'm going to say that I watch ID channel and it's very real.
Yeah.
Those stories are real. The COs be getting in. Have you seen some of the men that are incarcerated? They're kind of fine.
Hell yeah.
They're kind of fine, baby. Like,
man, I already know. I go to visitation.
They have a whole Instagram page that is dedicated to sexy men that's locked up. I mean, first of all,
y'all didn't see that
what
one
about
that
that model dude that came home and he's a supermodel and an actor now? Jeremy,
the one that went viral. Yes, he had a contract deal before he even got released.
Wow.
Everybody went crazy about his mugshot.
I did, girl. He was her crush.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was my screensaver. Girl, I was recently going through a divorce. I was like,
she said, "You my screensaver."
Right. I was like, what's up, Jeremy? I may put some money on your
he literally had a model deal before he was even released.
Yes,
because his mugshot went so viral. Like everybody was like, "Oh my gosh, I'll bail him out." I will.
Yes.
Some females were talking about selling shit to bail him out.
What was he in jail for? What was the crime though? That's the real question. What did he do?
I think it was like
nigga could have been a woman abuser. Y'all trying to get the dick.
Right.
Leave that crazy dick in there where it's at.
All dick ain't good dick.
All dick is not good dick. Yeah.
How they say all money ain't good money?
Yeah.
All dick ain't good dick.
No,
exactly.
Well, he was on that show that they just did in Atlanta. So his career has totally taken off. He was on Happily Ever After on BET. He was on the show with his former wife that he married a month after he came home.
Mm-hmm.
Are they still together? I thought they broke up.
She said former.
Yeah, they did break up. It's called After Happily Ever After. So the show's premise of the show was, we're not together no more, but I know what you like and I know who you are, so I'm gonna introduce you to your new relationship.
Yes. Yeah, that is.
Where them exes at?
And so he came out on the show that he was popping.
Girl, I got your next person. I know we ain't work out, but I got your next one.
And now I had to remove him from my sites because he came out on the show as Poly. He's Poly. He's doing some Poly.
I was about to say, damn, told you.
I saw this meme that was like,
he represented on the show the Poly lifestyle, and what also I learned about him by watching the show, because at first he was just an image and he was just fine, but he's very intelligent.
Okay.
Like whatever I saw that he talked about, he was well versed in it. But girl, he's also very sexual. Like he's very convincing.
That's why I said he had time to know something about everything.
You know all the tea on his ass. What you expect?
Girl,
you expect him not to want to fuck after being locked up?
I research my interests.
I know that's right. You got to these days.
You cannot be upset at a man that's been incarcerated to be a sexual being.
I know it was sexy, but I'm just not with the Poly lifestyle.
And I'm not in the Poly lifestyle.
Yeah, I can't share. I didn't share on the playground. Me and the sandbox, I put all the other little kids out.
Yeah, I agree.
I
with
don't
you.
share. I'm very territorial.
As a fellow Aries, you should know that we're sexual. So then we like motherfuckers that can keep up.
That's what I'm saying.
So yeah,
I knew you would feel me. That's why.
Aries is okay.
Hell yeah, I've been told. Hey, look here. I've been told by certain men that I'm like the man. Like, come on, let's go.
I can see
that. I've been told that.
Let's go. Because that's my form of relieving stress. Man, I had a stressed out day. Come on, eat this pussy real quick. Let's go. Shit.
Amen.
Come on.
I don't know if you heard my song, but in the song I had a strong problem with not getting no head.
Oh no, I do too. We can't talk if you don't give head.
I was wondering how in the world you got the nerve to ghost me and you got average dick and I ain't got no head.
Oh Lord.
In 9 months, I was sexually frustrated when I wrote this song.
This is null and void if you don't.
Yeah,
give
you
head.
getting the song. You getting the song for that.
You are getting you want to ghost me and I ain't got no head in 9 months?
No.
The nerve. Because imagine if I had found out the next girl got some head instantly. Do you know how that would make me feel? That's a new song.
You found out she got
That's
some?
a new song.
She said,
"What you didn't find out?
What if she did?
I ain't find out, girl. If you hear
don't let her find out. Don't let her find out because it's gonna be something else.
Oh, we got another
famous.
It's gonna be a crime.
We got another song.
Yes.
Don't let her find out. Don't let her find out. She gonna be like, oh,
she is a
motherfucker.
researcher.
Oh,
She
you
gonna
know what's
find
so
out.
you want
crazy.
to do her? What makes her different than mine? Like
But
what?
speaking of sex, like you said, we're
She might have
sexual
been a
people.
Hell yeah.
traumatization.
Why
you
are
do
we
it?
as women judged for being sexual and being comfortable in saying that we are? Like,
I don't
you
think so
gotta be a
nowadays.
hoe,
I
you
don't think
gotta
so in
be
this modern
fast.
day.
Oh,
No.
it still happens.
Back in the
It's
day,
still-
more
but you know
so.
what? It's a generational thing. What
Yeah.
people have to understand, like every 10 years, you got a whole nother generation, and a generation. There was a whole generation that's still out here in the population
Mhm.
that shame women for sex, that felt like women should be more conservative, and they still live like that. Because I mean, I date men like that, and they think you're supposed to be quiet and submissive and all this
No,
bullshit.
but there's other
And you
ones
can't
that
be
don't.
yourself.
They
You gotta
want you
dumb
to
down and
voice it.
allow them to be
Right.
whatever. I'm not with that shit, but it's like that's what's happening right now. Like, but now I feel like really honestly, we're in a time where like everybody's like, fuck everything. I'm gonna do me. If you're not dealing with me the way I am, then fuck
But you should be.
You know
That's
what I'm
how you
saying?
should be. That's why I have this show. This show is called Amanda's Authenticity for
Yeah,
me.
Yes.
be who you
Yes.
are.
Because I'm, too many people say I keep it 100, I keep it real. So I
And
said I keep it
people ain't
authentic
ready for that.
because authentic is still real, right?
And that's the
if
best
I check
way.
a tag and it's authentic, it's real, I got an authenticity sticker. So that's me. Like I keep it real. We talk about sex on here a lot.
Okay.
And I actually I watched Married at First Sight. I don't know if y'all watch that
Oh,
show.
I watched.
I like that
But,
show.
I watched that show and
I think I could be on it.
either you be on
I ain't
it.
married
Yeah.
nobody at no damn
Do you
first
think
sight.
you could be on
No,
it?
no. I done had enough crazy in my life
Absolutely.
to
only
know
way
I
could
don't want to
on
be
it-
trying to figure it out
only
on
way
the
I
fly.
could be on it is
Hell
if they, because the thing is, I don't know what their process is like.
It's stupid.
If they let me actually say I
That's
want
the process.
this type of man, like he need to be a certain height, because that's my thing. I do need a certain height, and I definitely need a black man. I'm sorry, you ain't gonna give me no Mexican or what? No, I can't do that. So if they give me specific boxes that I can check off, because even the one girl that's on this season, right? It was so crazy because she told her friends. Her friend was like, "If he's ugly, what you gonna do? Like, are you gonna kiss him at the altar?" And she was like, "No, I'm gonna turn my cheek, so then y'all will know, like, that's not my type." They were like, "Well, what are some like no's for you?" And she was like, "He cannot be bald." They already had picked a bald man for her. So it was like crazy, but that was like
He
one.
might have had the
But
best.
I don't know if that's what she told them though. Like, did she tell the
But
experts?
see, you know
Well,
what?
they
The-
said
the
that
tripped out part about it with
the
people.
experts on the show said that they had to critique it and tell people be
Specific.
truthful and say your intentions, because what they were going by is just what they felt like your sign, your energy, like what your career path, what like, they was matching it
Did you
that way.
ever
But
see
you
this
gotta
movie?
tell people physically what you like too.
Did you ever see that movie? I don't know what the actor was. Y'all gotta tell me. But it was like you get to make your wishes, but then like you gotta be so specific because you may get something.
But that's life.
You
though.
might
That's
say,
another
"Hey,
thing.
I want somebody that's rich," but then he might be an asshole.
Yeah.
Or he might be a cartel person, or
Be
he might
careful
be
what you
this.
pray for,
So
'cause
you
you
gotta
just
be
might get it.
specific
Well,
when you
shoot.
ask for
Yeah.
something.
I've been putting my intentions in my song. So when I didn't get no head for 9 months, I put it
You
out
been
there.
on here for 9 months. You waited 9 months.
So I
That's her-
decided to put all my
That's too
wishes in
long.
my
But
music.
you gotta tell
now
me
I
what
got a
was
song
going on.
called Rich Nigga, so I'm letting you know
That's
don't
too
come
long.
broke. Like I'm letting you know in my music exactly what I like, and it's been working for me.
I
Of
am gonna
course.
say that I think out of my Cougar crew here, I'm probably the, how do I say it, the more reserved when it comes to sex. I am a Taurus, which I'm probably
Y'all
in
nasty.
the top 2 of the nastiest
Yeah, y'all nasty.
motherfuckers
One of my
on the
friends.
planet. But I like to be looked at as a class act. I'm very particular of how I carry myself, how other people, how I give off energy to others. But with my whoever I'm with, significant other, oh yeah.
But you know what's
But
so
then I
funny
think
about
that's
that? I
sacred.
want to
think
address
that's
that.
sacred because my intention
I want
is
to
to be a
address
wife.
that. I
So
want to address
I
that.
carry myself like a wife. And then if your intentions aren't to be a wife and you want to, I'm not going to say you a hoe or not a hoe, whatever your, whatever.
I want to
whatever-
address
whatever
that.
hoe
No,
be
listen,
out there.
exactly.
Listen,
I
that's
want
what I'm
to
saying.
address
Just
that.
what I'm saying. If
I'm
you,
like,
no,
hey.
this is what I'm saying. Whatever your intention
I'm like,
is,
hey.
you got to know your intention. Mine is to be a wife. So I carry
My
myself as a wife.
intentions-
And I'm saving myself, that part of myself, for my husband. That's my mentality.
Well, I've been a wife
for every other
twice.
people, you have to know your intention. So I don't judge. If
my intention is always long-term relationships and to be a wife. I've been a wife twice. I've been married
twice.
Yeah, because I don't tolerate bullshit. It was other reasons why we weren't together. It wasn't my intentions, and I don't carry myself as a wife. That's why they married me, because I do give off wife energy.
First of all,
you ain't
gotta defend yourself.
It sure sound like you defending yourself. You do what you want with your vagina.
I said that everybody gives wife energy, but
Yes,
you gotta know
exactly.
Everybody does not give wife energy.
But
If they want to be married, they do.
You gotta get the energy of the type of man that you're trying to attract. I attract a certain kind of man, so that's my energy of who I'm going to be in a relationship.
But see, this is what I was saying.
I think everybody gives wife
This
energy.
is what I was saying.
Let me back up Aries though.
Hold up.
We loyal as fuck. We loyal
y'all
are to whether it's relationships, whether it's friendships, whether it's relationships, we loyal as fuck. So I don't say we give off whole vibes, but we are very open. And you can ask free. We are very open about what we like. Okay?
But it's not that. See, this is what I was saying about generation.
Yes. So we're going to have to run that back because you did not make me come. The females that be like, oh yeah, daddy, oh yeah, you made me come. And then be like, call their girlfriend and be like, nah, girl, I ain't even come. No. We gonna tell you, motherfucker,
I ain't saying
run that shit back.
Sex life now. That's
but this is what I was saying about the generational thing. So what happens is this is what we were taught. You understand? In order to be a wife, you have to be said way. As a woman, this is what we're taught. I mean, it's coming from back in the 30s. When a wife was supposed to be a certain way, and this was supposed to happen, and you were supposed to do this to attract a husband.
What was the first thing that you said? You said in order to be a wife, you have to be what?
No, there's a certain structure that a woman has to follow to be considered a wifely type.
There's a certain mindset you have to have, an intention.
But I'm going to finish what I was saying. So what I was saying was, like, these are certain generational things that happen in our, like, for me, I was taught this by my mom.
Get it, Star.
No.
We got wife
what I was thinking about what my
Okay, did they sign a disclaimer? Because if something happens on my show, I'm not responsible.
What I was saying was,
I'm not responsible.
No, we always have this conversation. It's nothing, no bad
what I was saying was
funny energy.
Generational women were taught that they had to be a certain way to attract a man, and we have been raised to think it's always about attracting a man and being a certain way for them, but not the other way around. So men could be a certain kind of way. Men could have a pot belly. They could look a certain way. We've always had to look a certain way. We have
look at the podcast. We gotta have our makeup
exactly.
done.
We have to do certain things.
These motherfuckers to me, hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? Hey, it's your boy J Dub. You know what I'm saying? I'm releasing my album tomorrow.
Now it's time for us to sign a disclaimer. Exactly.
Exactly.
But y'all had to fix your wig this morning.
Exactly.
Okay. These motherfuckers come on my show with their hoodie on.
But the thing is, I'm trying to be a wife for who? Is he trying to be a husband for me? You know what I'm saying? That's all I was trying to say about a thing for the wife. I just think me personally, I'm Tanya. I come to the table. I know what it is that I want and I need. So I want to compare that with a person that's trying to find me as well. And then we find each other. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I was saying about it.
But another thing too is that you're talking about a standard structure of a wife.
Yeah.
And everybody has a different liking.
I need everybody to relax. God is refreshing.
Everybody talk.
Church, God is good. God is great.
No,
for me, I feel like I'm the only one that's not offended by it because I feel like
I wasn't offended.
Oh, okay.
I just had to let her know that I may give whole tendency sometimes, but I'm still wife material.
But she's still stuck on that. I never said that.
But you did say, hold on. You gotta hold yourself as a wife if you want to be one.
I'm definitely saying that. But what I started this sentence off saying was, I said between my two Cougar sisters, I am the most reserved. That's what I said.
You
Did I not? That's where I started off.
You
I
carry
never
yourself.
I never said these is hoes. I'm a good girl. No, I ain't saying that because really I'm
Make it rain on me, daddy, like a trumpet of the magic.
right. Hello. Just do a lyric at me.
Make it rain on me, daddy, like a trumpet of the magic. Who said that in the song? I don't think I did. I think.
Oh.
You know what? So she's coming back at you with a lyric.
Let me tell you about the song. This is one of the This is one of the sexiest Aquarius in my circle.
Aquarius where?
Oh, I'm sorry.
You know damn well I'm a Taurus.
Taurus, I'm sorry. Okay, but Taurus, one of the sexiest Taurus I know. And when I say her and her man, they're goals. They are goals.
Okay.
They are goals. She is goals because
I thought she was stopping you like, they supposed to know I got a man. Hold on, I'm single. You're not supposed to air that out. She's single.
You know this one is going.
I didn't say she was in a relationship right now. I'm saying.
Don't go back on it.
Don't go back. Y'all are not gonna keep twisting my words.
Right.
I've been around her for 13 years, so when I see her, she embodies respect. Let me change that. Any man that's in her presence is going to feel her aura, feel her respect. She gives queen, empress, goddess vibes.
And now let me say something. Let me
her. That's
my
what
friend
I like
here is a
about
boss.
her.
She's confident in herself. She's confident in her exterior, as she should be. This woman has been through a lot of things. She was in a domestic situation, and I won't get into it without her saying, but she's had to endure a lot of stuff.
Yes.
So I like to see you out of your shell and looking beautiful, natural. It's all natural.
Girl, I wouldn't get no head. And I was getting beat up. Let's talk about it.
But I will say this.
This is why I don't want to be somewhere. I already said I'm gonna start having awards on my show. I'm gonna start having to give out awards because I can't be in no relationship where I'm not getting head and I'm getting beat. Like,
that's two different situations.
No, she's saying right now.
But that's the same.
She said no head either.
I've been in a few relationships where I wouldn't get no head. I had two different relationships.
And you ain't
one was the ex-husband, one was the ex-wife currently that wasn't giving me no head.
And you didn't shoot him?
No.
I'm sorry, you're not about to be beating me. At least let the sex be good.
I think if I had been getting vocal lessons during that time, he probably would have been in trouble.
I'm telling you, God has a way of timing. God has a way of putting people in places.
God put Storm in my life after that situation. But if she had been in that curly, he probably would have had a dead. He probably would have had a few issues. You know what I'm saying?
Things happen according to the way they're supposed to happen.
Yeah, because she's like, he would have been dead.
This one is the Netflix and chill and basement party girlfriend.
Like she needs to
she needs the man that's gonna just it's okay.
No, for real, when it comes to being in relationships, I just want somebody who likes me. You fuck with me, I fuck with you.
Amen.
That's it, period. It ain't even about, don't try to change me. Don't try to diminish who I am as a person. If I have a vision, support my vision, I'm going to support your vision. If you're working on something, you're building something, I'm going to support you. If you don't fuck with me, I don't need you in my life. And I've been there where somebody has come into my life and said, hey, why are you doing music? Niggas always gonna try to fuck you. Excuse me. Niggas gonna always try to fuck you. You always out at parties. You doing this, you doing that.
Or if you're in church,
period.
Do it in church too.
So and then you making me feel like I gotta sit down and I can't do.
They're gonna try to fuck you.
Thank you. And I'm here to say, do you fucking know? When I go to gas station to pump gas, somebody's trying to pump my fucking gas or pay for it.
Where I get the most attention.
It's when I got some.
I mean, the most men in the grocery store.
Exactly. So it's not about that, but the thing about it is, I think even the key to relationships or whatever, because I've been married too. But the thing about it is, like, really, we didn't give a shit. We ate Mexican. We ate fucking hibachi. We watched Netflix. We went to the movies. We just like being around each other. I think the key is, do you actually like this person and want to be around them? And that's what I'm holding out for that until that comes again. You know what I'm saying? God bless the dead.
Well, I'm just happy that everybody's energy can rub off on each other, and she can help me with some of our whole tendencies.
She's I'm gonna say one more thing. She told me y'all before I was able to say it together. So I was saying, I like that she is. who she is, and she deserves to be this person. However, and comma, I know me. I know them. More importantly, I know me. And if we're somewhere and her ass is out and a nigga smack her on the ass, it's like you slap me on the ass. You don't see I'm with queens. What make you think it's okay to slap a bitch on the ass because her titties is cleavage is out or a butt she came out? That's not an invitation. And because I'm not that type of woman, you know what I mean? I get offended. And it would put me in a situation to where my freedom is jeopardized. And I love my freedom. Okay? So that's why I was like, we're going to pull this skirt down a little bit. Yeah. I'm one of those. But I'm not saying she's a hoe. Cool. That don't sound I just don't like being put in predicaments if I can prevent from
you don't need to explain how she is because I'm the same way. Like, I'm just very vocal about that. But that's why Fleek them fuck with me. Because actually, I've actually gotten a lot of feedback of that's why males like to be around me because I give off like male energy because I do. I'm not afraid to talk about it. It's a real thing. Sex is a real thing. And I've talked about it multiple times on my show. Sex can be something that's beautiful and it can be something that's ugly. That's horrible. So I talk about it a lot. Right? Yeah, well, depending on the situation, all that. I've had testimonials, even myself, about how I got introduced to sex. I got introduced to sex by a 23-year-old and I was 15.
Exactly.
And they manipulated me into having sex. I was scared to have sex. I didn't want to have sex. The person ate my pussy, and you see, we vibe to that. Like, wow, this feels fucking great. Like, wow, okay. And then it ended up going from there. But me being a mother now and having a daughter at that too, I'll fucking kill somebody. A 23-year-old that approaches a 15-year-old little girl. You know what I mean?
I'm like that too.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, sex can be something. I mean, going from there, of course, I've had beautiful experiences with sex. That's what's had connected me with males. Fortunately, going back to our conversation earlier, a lot of men that have the best sex are fucking bums. So
they have time to try to perfect it.
Yeah.
So that's all he's doing is around fucking. So he know how to do that real good instead of working somewhere where hustling.
I'm not saying that there's not good sex in other situations, but
I done had
some of the best sex
from some bosses. Like I done had some bosses.
You said that, but we've had this conversation, and I told her the bosses their sex is horrible for me.
They overcompensate with their money and the cars and the jewelry, and
me personally.
Well, thank you, God.
The best sex experiences some of the best experiences I've had have been with bums. Like even my baby daddy. My baby daddy, he's on my top 5.
Oh my God.
He's my top 5, but it wasn't shit.
Exactly.
Wasn't helping me with my baby. Wasn't trying to get a job. It was just trying to smoke weed all day and have mommy take care of him. And we'll do stuff around the house. But it felt like I was the man in the relationship and he was the housewife.
Do you feel like it's hard to get that package? Because what's so funny, you hear tossed around a lot is you just got to make 4 out of 1.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That's the running joke.
Well, sex is number one. Sex is one of the biggest things for me. I feel like we will not end up being together forever because I want to be a wife too. I've been a wife too myself.
Well, it's going to go like this.
I mean, it can. Well, we can make up for it.
Actually, at the time, mine got better.
A big part of a relationship for
sex life.
My sexual